Every one of you, every adult in here, whether you know it or not, has 100 billion, in full brain maturity, has 100 billion neurons, or chemical factories, that make all the chemicals that allow you to function, like dopamine and serotonin and all these neurochemicals that you hear. And each one of them are connected to 10 to 15,000 passages or pathways that they connect to each other. Well, you don't have to be a brain scientist to figure out that's a whole lot of processing options. Trillions. Now why am I sharing this with you? Think about the kid that goes to school every day. Shut up and listen. Don't move around. Don't ask too many questions. Do it my way or the highway. And if you do, you'll be considered above average. We have trillions. You don't have to find all trillions of them, but you have to find the way your unique brain wiring works. We believe in coaching, it's about finding what already works. Don't pay attention to what you can't do. We do have to do some of that, but it starts from a place of paying attention to what is it that you already can do and do well and make it stronger, just the opposite. And there's reasons for that, which you're going to see in a little bit with research. And this is the research. Nora Valkow, National Institute Drug Addiction Director at the National Institute of Mental Health. 9-year study. I don't know why more people don't refer to this study, but here's what she found. I don't think this is a surprise to any of you. Hello? People with ADHD can't generate the same degree of enthusiasm as other people for activities they don't automatically find appealing or interesting or stimulating. It's about brain activation. Tell me one kid that's going to get their brain activated by paying attention to boring weaknesses. And what do we do in school? This is your area of greatest opportunity. Focus on what you can't do. Love that little kid, don't you? It's an interest deficit. Now, I want to make a real important distinction here. It's not okay to just pay attention to things that are interesting, because at the Academy, we define anything that's interesting are those things that stimulate your brain. Well, interesting doesn't always mean good, does it? Interesting means gambling and drug addiction and going 200 miles an hour and getting another driving ticket, or all the things that are stimulating. What we also say is we have a model, we don't have time to show it, but in this model called the I model, where everything begins with the letter I, you have interest and intention. And what is intention? It's creating a beneficial path, a purpose, a better future, by paying attention to what you can do that's stimulating and engaging with a positive intention. And we're going to talk about intention because it's an executive function challenge. It's hard to create an intention if you don't have a context, if you don't have a memory of what that means, or you have trouble getting it. But what we do know is what gets the ignition going is interest. When you match interest with intention and then add strengths, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, you got a powerful engine that's all revved up to go. Sometimes it's hard to put the brakes on, though. But that's another issue. But at least you got the engine going. At least you're getting up out of bed. At least you feel a purpose in your life. At least you know how to activate your brain.